The biggest lie that the 3D convinced you of is that in order to get what you want, you have to try more. You have to do more. You have to chase your dreams. But what if you already look the way that you want and it's not about chasing anything, but just revealing the truth? If you're revealing something, how much effort would you put into it? I'm pretty sure even Michelangelo said when he makes a sculpture, he's not sculpting something, he's revealing what was already there underneath the block. I like to think of appearance change like that, and I feel that when you shift your perspective to that, it becomes easier to shift things because you're no longer in the state of, how is this going to happen? I have to do this. How can this happen? What do I do? How did you do it? That is a question I get asked a lot when I show certain things that changed on me. For example, people keep asking me about my eyebrows recently on TikTok. They're like, how did you get thick eyebrows? I know they want me to tell them in action, but really the cause was my internal knowing. Another thing that shifted for me recently that I noticed was the hair on my scalp literally increased. I'm literally growing more hairs now. I have more dense hair. And a lot of people think things like that just aren't possible. If you think that something like that's not possible, then you're not going to be able to experience it because you can't perceive of it. Imagine that everything already exists, which it does, but it's your ability of what you can perceive of that's going to basically shape your reality. This is where we can bring in kind of things like psychedelics that affect your perception of reality. Why is it that with them you're able to see more things and things that you feel are true, but you can't see them when you're in a normal state? It's because they alter your perception. I've said this a billion times, but I'll say this a billion more. What you see outside of yourself, including your body, is not fixed. It's not permanent. When you believe that it is, you're basically buying into the simulation matrix programming. Instead of knowing yourself as God, as source, who's having this experience, you start thinking that you're a human having this experience. And then you're waiting for God to bless you with your appearance change. No, you already have it. You already have it. You need to allow yourself to be able to perceive of it. And when I realized that, things changed so much more effortlessly. I realized I could put in tiny amounts of action and get huge results. Whereas before, I would put in loads and loads of action and get no results. Why? What changed? Was it the actions? Was it what I did? Was it how much I tried? No, because if that was the case, I should have had more results when I put in more action. So why did I get better results when I put in less? It's because of the embodiment. It's the internal knowing. Nothing in the world is going to be internal knowing. Because when you know something to be true, despite what you see on the 3D, you're knowing your true nature. And this is how you start actually seeing so many things shift in your reality. Because think about it. How many things shift in your reality on a daily basis? Does anything really stay the same? Everything around us changes. It either regenerates or deteriorates or grows or dies, or everything is always changing. So it's actually a very, very natural process. But if you're going to spend your whole life in a state of, is it possible? How do I do this? What do I need to do? Let me ask ChatGPT. Let me ask Reddit. Let me ask Google if this thing that I want is possible. You're constantly living in a disempowered state. So you're gonna receive a reflection of disempowerment. Your world is constantly gonna show you that, you don't have what you want. You don't have what you want. You constantly need to chase things. It's never gonna be enough. Whereas when you actually know that what you want is true, you don't need to control anything. You don't need to chase how-tos or force. Look, if you want to do some research and you feel inspired to do it, cool. But don't let that be your whole life. Do it from fun. So be fearless. Let go of this obsession and see what happens. See where it takes you. See how good it feels when you no longer have to micromanage everything, and then follow that path. Follow what feels good while you know what is already true. And then it must be revealed to you because it has no other choice. If you want to work with me, I do offer one-to-one guidance and support. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Thank you for watching my video. Bye.